Part 1. Birth and Family Expanded. Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam was born on October 15, 1931, in a small town called Rameswaram, in the state of Tamil Nadu, India. His family was not rich. They lived a simple life. But they were honest, kind, and believed in hard work. His father's name was Jainulabadin. He was a boat owner and also helped people in the village with spiritual advice. He was a religious man who followed Islam and taught Kalam to respect all religions. His mother's name was Ashama. She was a loving and caring woman. She took care of the house and always made sure her children had food and support. Kalam had 4 brothers and 1 sister. He was the youngest child in the family. Even though they had less money, the family was rich in values. They taught Kalam to be honest, disciplined, and helpful to others. To help his parents, Kalam started working at a young age. Every morning, he would go to school. After school, he sold newspapers in his town. He walked from house to house, delivering papers with care. Even though he was tired and busy, he never stopped studying. He loved reading books and learning new things. He used to sit under a streetlight to read at night because his house had no electricity. Kalam believed that education was the key to a better life. He didn't complain about his problems. Instead, he worked hard and stayed focused. His childhood teaches us, even if life is tough, never stop learning. Graduation Cap Part 3. Schooling Expanded. Dr. Kalam went to school in his hometown, Rameswaram. He was a quiet and calm boy. He didn't talk much, but he was always thinking and learning. He was very curious. He loved asking questions like, "Why does this happen?" or "How does this work?" His teachers noticed that he was different. He wanted to understand everything deeply. Kalam was also very respectful. He listened carefully in class, never interrupted, and always greeted his teachers politely. Because of his good behavior and smart thinking, his teachers liked him a lot. They encouraged him to study more and follow his dreams. Even though his family didn't have much money, Kalam never missed school. He knew that education was the key to a better future. Test Tube Part 4. College Education Expanded. After finishing school, Dr. Kalam went to St. Joseph's College in Tiruchirappalli. There, he studied physics. He was a serious student who loved science and learning. Later, he joined Madras Institute of Technology, MIT, to study aerospace engineering. This is the branch of science that deals with airplanes, rockets, and flying machines. At MIT, Kalam saw real models of aircraft and engines. He became very excited about designing things that could fly. His interest in space and missiles started growing here. He worked hard on his college projects. His teachers saw his passion and helped him learn more. Even though the fees were high, his family supported him with great effort. This was the time when Kalam decided, "I want to help India fly high." Airplane Part 5. Dream of Flying. Dr. Kalam always loved flying. He dreamed of becoming a fighter pilot in the Indian Air Force. He wanted to fly planes and serve the country. After finishing his studies, he applied for the Air Force pilot selection. He worked very hard and gave his best in the tests. After finishing his studies, he applied for the Air Force pilot selection. He worked very hard and gave his best in the tests. But when the final list came, Kalam was ranked 9th, and only 8 candidates were selected. He missed the chance by just 1 rank. It was a very sad moment for him. He felt disappointed and heartbroken. But he didn't give up. Instead of feeling angry or quitting, he said to himself, "Maybe God has a different plan for me." He chose to move forward and serve India in another way, by becoming a scientist and helping the country fly through rockets and missiles. Part 6. Entry into DRDO. In 1958, after finishing his studies, Dr. Kalam got a job at DRDO, which stands for Defense Research and Development Organization. This is a government organization that works on making technology for India's defense, like weapons, vehicles, and machines for the army. This is a government organization that works on making technology for India's defense, like weapons, vehicles, and machines for the army. Kalam worked hard on this project. He learned how to design machines, solve problems, and work with a team. Even though the hovercraft didn't become a big success, it taught him many important lessons. It was his first step into India's defense world, and the beginning of his journey as a scientist. He didn't stop there, he wanted to do more for the country. Part 7. Joining ISRO. In 1969, Dr. Kalam joined ISRO, which stands for Indian Space Research Organization. This is India's space agency, the place where rockets and satellites are made. At ISRO, Kalam was given a big responsibility. He had to lead a team to build India's first satellite launch vehicle, called SLV-3. This rocket would carry a satellite into space. Kalam worked day and night with his team. They faced many problems, but they didn't give up. They kept learning, fixing, and improving. Finally, after years of hard work, SLV-3 was successfully launched. India had now built its own rocket to send satellites into space. It was a very proud moment for the country. People celebrated this success, and Kalam became a hero in the world of science. This achievement showed that India could reach for the stars, and Dr. Kalam helped make it happen. Part 8. Missile Development. After working at ISRO, Dr. Kalam returned to DRDO, the Defense Research and Development Organization. This time, he was given a very important job, to lead India's missile development program. His goal was to help India build its own powerful missiles for defense. Dr. Kalam and his team worked on 4 major missiles. Agni, a long-range missile that can travel very far. Prithvi, a short-range missile used by the army. Trishul, a missile used to protect against enemy aircraft. Nag, a missile that can destroy tanks. These missiles were made in India, using Indian technology. It was a big achievement for the country. Because of his hard work and success, people started calling him the Missile Man of India. He didn't just build missiles, he built confidence in India's science and defense. Part 9. Pokhran 2 Nuclear. In May 1998, India carried out a series of nuclear tests in a desert area called Pokhran, located in Rajasthan. These tests were called Pokhran 2 or Operation Shakti. Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam was one of the main leaders of this mission. He was the chief of DRDO at the time and worked closely with other top scientists and the Indian government. He stayed in the Thar Desert for over 2 weeks, helping plan and prepare everything in secret. The goal was to test India's nuclear power without letting other countries know in advance. On May 11 and 13, India successfully tested 5 nuclear devices underground. These included both fission and fusion bombs, which are very powerful. The tests were a huge success. They showed that India had the technology and strength to protect itself. The world was surprised, and many countries started paying attention to India's scientific progress. After the tests, Dr. Kalam stood proudly with Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee and other leaders at the test site. A famous photo shows them all smiling and showing the victory sign. India's confidence, courage, and scientific power, and Dr. Kalam was at the heart of it. Part 10. Wings of Fire. Dr. Kalam wrote a book called Wings of Fire. It is his autobiography, which means it tells the story of his own life. In this book, he shared how he grew up in a poor family, worked hard, and became a top scientist in India. He talked about his struggles, failures, and successes, all in a way that is easy to understand. He also wrote about the people who helped him, his parents, teachers, and friends. He explained how teamwork and honesty helped him reach his goals. The book became very popular, especially among students and young dreamers. Many people said it gave them hope and motivation to work hard and never give up. One powerful message from the book is, you have to dream before your dreams can come true. Wings of Fire is not just a book, it's a guide for anyone who wants to do something great in life. Part 11. Passion for teaching. Dr. Kalam was a great scientist, but he was also a teacher at heart. He loved talking to students and helping them learn. Even while working on rockets and missiles, he made time to visit schools and colleges. He would stand in front of hundreds of students and speak with energy and kindness. He didn't just teach science, he taught life lessons. He told students to dream big, work hard, and never give up, no matter how difficult life becomes. He believed that young minds are the future of India. That's why he always said, "I am not a scientist or a president first, I am a teacher." Students loved him because he spoke in simple words and understood their feelings. He answered their questions with patience and gave them hope. Dr. Kalam showed that a true teacher can change lives, not just through books, but through love and inspiration. Part 12. Becoming President. In the year 2002, Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam was chosen to be the 11th President of India. Even though he was a scientist and not a politician, people respected him for his honesty, knowledge, and love for the country. Many leaders from different political parties supported him. They believed he would be a good president who cared about the people. After becoming president, Dr. Kalam did something special. He stayed close to the common man. He didn't act like a VIP. He met students, teachers, farmers, and workers. He listened to their ideas and dreams. Because of his simple lifestyle and kind nature, people started calling him the People's President. He showed that a president doesn't need to be powerful or rich. He just needs to be wise, humble, and caring. Part 13. Presidential Simplicity. Even after becoming the President of India, Dr. Kalam lived a very simple life. He stayed in Rashtrapati Bhavan, the grand home of the president, but he never showed off or used power for himself. He didn't care about luxury, big cars, or special treatment. Instead, he focused on education, youth, and the future of India. He spent time meeting students, scientists, and teachers. He believed that a president should serve the people, not rule over them. His simplicity made people love him even more. Part 14. Vision for India. Dr. Kalam wrote a book called India 2020. In this book, he shared his dream of making India a developed country by the year 2020. He believed that India could become strong if we focused on science and technology. Good education for all, unity among people. He wanted every Indian to feel proud and take part in building the nation. His message was clear: India's future is in our hands. Part 15. Ignited Minds. In his book Ignited Minds, Dr. Kalam spoke directly to the youth of India. He told young people to believe in themselves, to dream big, and to never feel small. He said that every child has the power to change the world. He shared real stories of courage, science, and success to inspire students. He wanted them to think, why can't I be the one to make a difference? This book became a source of motivation for millions of students. Part 16. Post-Presidency Teaching. After his time as president ended in 2007, Dr. Kalam didn't stop working. He went back to what he loved most, teaching. He visited schools, colleges, and universities all over India. He gave lectures, answered questions, and encouraged students to follow their dreams. He believed that a teacher can shape the future of a nation. Even in his old age, he kept traveling and teaching with full energy. He once said, "Teaching is my favorite job." Part 17. Final Moments. On July 27, 2015, Dr. Kalam was giving a lecture at IIM Shillong, a top management college in India. While speaking to the students, he suddenly collapsed on stage. He was taken to the hospital, but he passed away soon after. He died while doing what he loved the most, teaching and inspiring students. He died while doing what he loved the most, teaching and inspiring students. Part 18. National Mourning. When people heard that Dr. Kalam had passed away, the whole country was in shock and sadness. Leaders, students, teachers, and common people all paid tribute to him. His body was taken to his hometown Rameswaram, where he was buried with full state honors. Thousands of people came to say goodbye. Many cried and held candles. It was clear that India had lost a true hero. 17. Famous quotes. Dr. Kalam was not just a scientist, he was also a great thinker and speaker. His words touched hearts and inspired minds. Here are two of his most famous quotes. Dream is not what you see in sleep. Dream is something that doesn't let you sleep. Right pointing arrow. He meant that real dreams push you to work hard and make them come true. If you want to shine like the sun, first burn like the sun. Right pointing arrow. Success needs hard work, sacrifice, and dedication. Part 20. Legacy. Dr. Kalam is remembered as a scientist, a teacher, a president, and a true Indian hero. He showed the world that even a poor boy from a small town can reach the highest position in the country, with honesty, hard work, and big dreams. His life continues to inspire millions of students, teachers, and dreamers across India and the world. He may be gone, but his ideas, books, and spirit will live on forever. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Your support helps us create more inspiring content every week. This is Talkopedia, where learning meets storytelling. See you in the next video.